How many of you believe in purpose in life, that you're put on this earth for a reason? Raise your hand. A lot of you. Good. How many of you, in the pursuit of that purpose, see your dream dashed in front of your eyes? Raise your hand. I see some hands getting personal. Thank you. And how many of you's life got changed by a box of donuts? Raise your hand. I see 1, 2. Let's have dinner together after. I want to hear your story. That's awesome. But my life also got changed by a box of donuts. Here it is. It changed my life so much that it can be divided into before donuts and after donuts. BD and AD. So, growing up in Beijing, China, I did not want to be a revolutionary leader or a model worker. I wanted to be Bill Gates. He came to my hometown to speak when I was 14 years old. I loved his story. I loved the fact that he blazed his own trail and made the world a better place. For those of you who are Mac users, you might dispute that. But I love his story. I said, actually, I like him so much, I said, I'll go where he lives. So I came to the States when I was 16, dreaming to become a world-class entrepreneur. Then I did all the wrong things. I fulfilled my American dream. I got degrees, a job, a house, cars, and dogs, you name it. Life was comfortable, but deep down inside, I wasn't happy because I didn't pursue my original dream. And when I was 30 years old, and my wife was pregnant, and I felt old, and I felt I missed the boat. And this is over. If I couldn't become an entrepreneur when I was a single guy or a husband, how can I be an entrepreneur when I'm a father? But then when you marry someone courageous, amazing things happen. So my wife came to me, and she saw how unhappy I was. So she came to me saying, we can have another house, another car, another promotion, but we cannot have any regrets. So why don't you go out and build your company for 6 months? And if by the end of it, you have no investment or traction, come to look for a job again. So that's a great idea. This is the day my son was born, just last year. And 4 days before that, I quit my job to become a full-time entrepreneur. And I was excited. I pursued my dream. I hit the ground running and started building a team, found a business idea we liked, and I built a prototype. Then I started looking for investment. So 4 months into my venture, I was presented with a major investment opportunity. I thought that's going to take the company to the next level. And I really, really wanted it. I thought, I was sure I was going to get it. Like, how can I not get it? I believe in destiny, dream, and purpose, and all that. I wanted it so bad, I dreamed about it 5 different times. Each time waking up thinking, I got it. But then reality hit. And that day came, I received an email that said no. It did not tell me why I didn't get it. It didn't say how you can get a yes. It just no. That rejection felt incredibly impersonal and personal at the same time. I was crushed. One, because I wanted something so bad, when you get rejected, it really hurts. And secondly, I was running out of time. I felt maybe this is not meant to be. Maybe I should look for a job now and wait, and instead of wasting for a couple more months. Then, again, when you marry someone amazing, great things happen. My wife came to me. She's like a quarterback grabbing the face mask of a linebacker, of an offensive lineman who gave up a sack, saying, I give you 6 months. I didn't give you 4. You have 2 months left. Do your best and leave no regrets. I wanted to do it, but rejection really hurts. And I did not want to go through the same process and get rejected again. It really crippled me. So what do? I Googled. I searched for help, and I found this thing called rejection therapy. It's a game developed by this Canadian gentleman named Jason Comley. We're friends now, where you actually go out and look for rejection. I love that idea. I love it so much, I said, I'll do this for 100 days. And I will film the process, and I'll blog about it, so the world can keep me accountable to finish all these rejections. So I started going out and ask for some crazy stuff to get rejected. For example, I went to a burger joint. After eating, I said, can I get a burger refill instead of a drink refill? And then one day I went to PetSmart and said, hey, can I get my hair trimmed like a German Shepherd? And this last weekend, I went to a random Super Bowl party saying, can I join you guys? I brought chips. And of course, I got rejected. But amazing things happened. I started getting yeses, a lot more than I thought. And here are some of the yeses I got. One day, I knock on the stranger's door saying, can I play soccer in your backyard? He said, come on in. I'm like, okay. And one day I tracked down a police officer driving his car and said, hey, can I pretend to be you and drive your car and sit there? And he's like, do it. All right. And then one day I was flying. Before my flight took off, I asked the flight attendant saying, can I give the safety announcement instead of you? They're going to pay a lot more attention to me, trust me. And he said, go ahead. And of course, not everyone was happy. A couple passengers thought, is he a terrorist? Should I tackle him now? But I was blown away by how kind the society was to me. I did not know that before. And then there's the donut. And here's what happened. I'm driving toward Krispy Kreme. I'm going to ask them to make me some specialized donuts. And we'll see what happens.
What kind of specialized donuts are you talking about?
I like to have you link the 5 donuts together, make them look like Olympic symbols.
Oh. And when are you looking for these?
Huh?
When?
The next 15 minutes?
Let me see what I can do.
Okay.
Try, but what do you think?
Wow. That is really good. That is really good. Yeah. All right. So do I pay there?
Don't even worry about that. One's on me.
Are you serious?
Ditto.
Are you serious?
Very. Extremely.
Wow.
Extremely.
Today. All right. Thank you.
Very
All
welcome.
right. See you. Give me a hug. Okay.
Enjoy.
All right. Thank you. See you.
Very well.
And so that was before donuts, and now it's after donuts. And her name's Jackie, by the way, and I was blown away by the customer service, but also just a human kindness she showed me. And a lot of people shared my feeling. That video got 5 million views in the span of 2 weeks. But the story did not stop at a viral video. People started following my blog and sending me emails after emails thanking me for doing this because they will share this fear of rejection. And for example, there's this actress in New York, and she told me her life is miserable because every audition to her is almost like rejection therapy. She's so afraid someone else will be better than her, her life is not happy. And then there's this French young man, and he said, I see the same girl at the gym for a month, and I think she likes me too, but I'm so afraid to ask her out because I don't want to get rejected. And then, of course, there are people sending me emails asking me to ask things for them to fulfill their lifelong dreams. I know about 6 degrees of separation. I'm not 2 degrees of rejection. I'm not sure that works. But this got me thinking. I saw rejection face to face. I started thinking, what is rejection? What is this monster that cripples us? We all have this irrational fear about. So I started researching. I started reading. I started talking to successful people on their rejection stories. And I want to share these couple things. One is rejection is actually constant. I got people writing me emails saying, I want to get a certain place in life so I don't get rejected anymore. That's not true. The higher you go, the more you will get rejected. In the latest presidential election, President Obama got 51% of the popular vote. He won, but we forgot he got rejected by half of the country. This leader of the free world, he got rejected 61 million times. And also, rejection is just a number. And once you reach that number, a no will become a yes, and you'll become much better for it. This story of C.S. Lewis, he got rejected 800 times before he was able to sell his first manuscript. And he made himself better in the meantime. Had he given up, there would be no The Chronicle of Narnia. And then there's Lincoln. We all heard the story of Lincoln got rejected many times before he was to become the president. But I'm talking about the movie Lincoln here. The director, Steven Spielberg, he got rejected by Daniel Day-Lewis 3 times before he was able to persuade him to become the main actor. And each time, he completely rewrote the script and made it better. Now it became a masterpiece. It has a good chance to win the Oscars. I don't want to start a poll and then start betting on it, but so let's just think a little bit. We're not talking about an up-and-comer who's trying to be known. Steven Spielberg, the name in Hollywood. Coming back to my story, it's not over yet. Actually, it just got started. I'm only 60 days through my journey. There are a lot more rejections to come. But more importantly, I'm an entrepreneur. And being an entrepreneur is about finding a problem and developing a solution for it. And I found this problem, this universal problem of people's fear of rejection. And I will not stop until I find a solution for it. And whether that's through traditional media or is through some new technology. I also need your help. You can let me know if you have any ideas. But lastly, had I not put myself out there constantly, I wouldn't have learned these 2 things. One, if I open up myself to the world will open itself to me. I didn't have to do this alone. And secondly, rejection, it could be constant, it could be painful, it could be very, very feared, but it also could be delicious and very useful. It's nothing but a number. And for that, I want to thank Bill Gates and my courageous wife, and also, of course, Jackie and her box of donuts. Thank you.